That's great. Go ahead, make your jokes, Mr. Jokey. Joke maker. But let me hit you with some knowledge. You should quit now and save yourself the embarrassment of losing with these losers in Las Vegas, LaFleur.
Alliteration aside, I think I'll take my chances in the tournament.
Yeah, you will take your chances.
I know. I just said that.
I know you just said that.
Okay, I'm not sure where you're going with
Well,
this.
I'm not sure where you're going with this.
That's what I just said.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you.
All right?
Touche.
What's on the docket? All right, fellas. Good to be back here on the Bot Pod. Been a little while. Finally got one of the members on here that's been taking just a little break, been busy, up to no good probably, but we got Brian Eckel here back, my brother Max, and then myself, Gus, here on the Muskies on Tap podcast, episode number 160. Can't believe we're hitting 160. I don't know what that milestone is. Something. But yeah, guys, we got a little bit to recap. We missed last week. Apologies on that. We'll have the PMTT to recap. 4th of July weekend, America's birthday, the big 250. But yeah, we're just gonna chop it up here tonight. So start with Max. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to see Brian back in action. I gotta imagine he's got a couple things to get off his chest since it's been what now, 3 weeks, Brian? It's been
Yeah,
a
three
while.
weeks.
It's been a while. No, it was a great time up north over the 4th. We missed you terribly, Brian, but it was a great time. Got up there prior to the PMTT, and I think I stayed 12 days in the North Woods. So running pretty hard, working a little
Sheesh.
bit, fishing a lot. It was a really fun time. Drink probably 150 Busch Lights
Mm,
over the 4th of July to celebrate America's
I
birthday.
still
And
soak.
didn't get enough. Have one right now.
yeah, I tried to turn back the clock a little bit and surprised myself there. We did pretty good.
Wow. Wow.
So,
Yeah, we had to go get more beer by Saturday afternoon. We all surprised ourselves, to be honest.
we really did. It was
Mm.
not to sit here and pat ourselves on the back, but you know.
I did I deleted them like I was back in the college days, honestly.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah,
just
Gus not having
disappearing.
to set that 5 a.m. alarm to get up and guide him the next day just turned into an absolute menace again. So it was great to see, honestly.
Jeez.
Um, we had a blast, had some friends and family up. As Gus mentioned, we took last week off. We were just running hard, fishing a bunch, in between your guiding and my work, Gus, and got out with some buddies, got to share the boat with Mr. Clayton Speece, got to share the boat with our buddy Jarrett.
Jamie.
God,
Jamie hopped on the boat for a little bit too.
Jamie hopped in the boat for a
Maybe.
little bit. So it
Shout
was,
out.
yeah, just a good old time.
Tournament, back in the tournament scene.
Yeah, back in the tournament scene, felt great to get the pregame jitters going again, get that first
Mm.
tournament fish back in the bag, and we'll bring you guys a quick recap of the PMTT from now, what, 2 weeks ago. But yeah,
Pretty
I'm
much,
rambling
yeah.
here. Brian, take me. I'm
Take
gonna
me home,
tap. Yeah,
country
I'm
roads.
tapping you in here. What's been new with you, man? Good to see you.
I'm good. I'm recharged, refreshed, few weeks off, took a little sabbatical. Typical week off over the fourth. I don't think we put out a pod week of the fourth ever last 3 years or however long it's been.
I think we did like a
Yeah.
20-minute last year. I think we were live from here and we're
Oh, really?
probably drunk and who knows what we talked about on that one.
It's
That
gotta
was
be
like a
good.
quick hitter.
Might be a good one to go back and revisit one day, but
Yeah. Summer
uh,
schedule's hitting hard right
no
now.
recollection of that one. But yeah, I've got a new layer here, a new pod layer. I finally did a little decorating of the white insane asylum around me here in this
Oh,
room that you
let
were
me see
scolding
it.
me about. I'm
Let me
not ready
see
for the
it.
big reveal yet, but it's
Okay.
coming. It's halfway there. It's close. It doesn't look as crazy anymore. So that'll be coming soon.
Next video
Just
pod will show it off because this one's not on video.
Oh, not on video. Okay, it's good to know. Yeah, next video pod. I mean, it seems like everyone now video pod. So we got to up the game. We can't just have white walls or the green screen forever.
Love that for
Um,
you.
but yeah, everything good on my end. I've got a big 5 day stretch of golf. Well, it's supposed to start tonight. That got rained out. Got a
Mm,
25 guy Ryder Cup up in the UP at Sweetgrass this weekend.
solid.
Resort
Where's
casino,
Sweetgrass?
kind of middle of nowhere. I think closer to like Escanaba.
Okay.
I feel like that's wrong.
I don't, it's somewhere up there. It's north of Menominee, like on your way to Escanaba.
I've seen I've seen that advertised. It looks sweet, like a little stay and play type
Yeah.
ordeal.
Yeah, we're playing there. We're playing at Sage Run
Oh,
then, which
you're
is
not
down the
wrong. I
road.
was thinking of something else.
Harris,
It is on the
Michigan.
way to
Yeah.
Escanaba.
Yeah, middle of nowhere
That's
though.
way up there.
There's nothing around. So
Oh,
No.
yeah,
there ain't nothing.
that'll be fun. I know a good amount of the 25 guys, but it'll be a good crew. Um, getting my golf in for sure, but I do have some stuff in the pipeline. I might be getting out sooner than later on the bay here. Hopefully, if schedules can align and see what that's all
Really?
about. I think that should be turning up here. What end of mid to end of the month, Gus?
Yeah, that's exciting. I know we were talking about that in the chat that you're going to get out in the bay a little bit more this year. Finally, actually fish your home waters
Live
where
too far
there's,
away for me. That's just it's been a
just
logistical problem.
giants swimming around. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
you're too far away. You're only like 20 minutes away. It's
yeah.
kind of a haul for you, but yeah, I'm excited for you to get out there, for
When
whoever you're
is
with, whether
that's
it's somebody that knows it well or not.
typically end of July starts ramping
And
up.
it starts I've heard it can start as early as mid to late July, but typically it's that early August is like the start and mid to late August is solid. Early to mid September is solid, blending in with the trolling. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it goes through all sorts of cycles and what
Yeah,
have you out there.
we'll just
August
get
seems to
getting a
be like,
line out there.
oh yeah, you'll be getting in a line. I
Yeah.
mean, if you go this early, you might beat them to it, but who knows?
Yeah,
I
looking
don't know.
forward to that. But like you were saying, I think the people want to hear a little bit, reversing it now, 2 weeks, 2 weekends ago, the PMTT, Return to the Bright Lights. Were the lights too big for you guys, or what went down there?
I mean, short answer, yes. I don't understand how Gus and I could continuously just not be able to get that one more bite. I just, we're racking our brains.
Kings
Um,
of catching 1 to 2.
it's just, it's one of those things where you just
Something weird.
something weird, man. I don't know. Like I didn't feel like we fished much differently on Sunday. I thought our game plan was really good. But yeah, I mean, Gus, I guess what were your thoughts? I
We
mean, it's
could
a little harder to recap PMTTs on the Eagle River chain because it's not new to us. We can talk about the week leading up a little bit, but I mean, we literally spent what, an hour and a half on the Eagle River chain?
pre-fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much just driving around a little bit, not even, putting the line in the water at all and just checking it out, making sure it's kind of where it's at. Prior to that, I maybe was on the Eagle River chain, oh man, probably 5 times from Memorial Day weekend to the tournament. I didn't do the Spring Classic, so I wasn't there for the multiple days or pre-fishing that at all. And we just wanted to make sure it was setting up where it was, check a few weed beds, check a few basins, and kind of call it good. And everything seemed to be setting up about where it needed to be. And what we did see going out there is that just by that time on Friday, everybody already probably had their game plan and everybody was just trolling. So it was just mega pressure of already a lot of fish caught, whether it was trolling or sniping or just fishing in general in the weeds leading up to that. And then all of a sudden everybody's trolling on Friday before the rules meeting. Um, a lot of fish were caught. So, kind of found that out more after the fact, but I don't think I talked to anybody that was not doing well pre-fishing. Everybody seemed to be on a ton of fish, catching a ton of fish. I think people in pre-fishing, unless you're trolling, everybody was just casting too freaking much and catching too many that there was so many fish stung by the weekend. It was absolutely hysterical. at how many side image fish we had while fishing the tournament. That was pretty much just like, well, are we just casting at like just stupid pressured fish, stung fish? Um, we don't know because we weren't out there every day. We weren't seeing, the nets in the water on certain spots. We were just fishing our certain spots and leading up to the tournament. Um, we were just fun fishing different lakes. We were finding some really cool bites. Max and I got on and Dad for a little bit. He joined up. We got on a really sick topwater bite. Fish were just going ape shit for mainly Dr. Evils and little bastards because it wasn't super windy, so we could get away with throwing small stuff, and it was a lot of fun. That was a good
And
night.
don't forget to mention that little Smitty, the Smitty flap, small size.
Yeah, that one did get pounded and no hooks,
What a
unfortunately.
fun little bait, though. I mean, when you're up in the north woods of Wisconsin on some of these smaller lakes, when it calms down, I was impressed by that thing. It's fun to whip that thing around on a little medium heavy rod. Um,
Almost like a bass fishing, huh?
a little bit, yeah, a little bit. Brian, you'd have loved it. I
What,
mean, that
Gus?
would have
Yeah,
been your
why don't you
dream that night.
elaborate on this topwater mayhem here? Like, how many hits were you getting? Like, what does this look like?
Well, we got four that night. Lost lost one that was completely hooked and all the way to the boat. Um, and this was like fishing and then getting blown off by a storm, fishing, getting blown off by a storm,
Yeah, it was
and
in
then
short
fishing
order.
till dark. So a couple of them were like really short excuse me, succession. And I don't know, we had a couple other follows, a couple swipes up, way out in the cast. Um, I don't know, fish were just going bonkers. Like it seemed like you go by a fish and it did something.
So
Basically,
there's, it was so nuts. Like the fish, I don't know if that lake had just gotten done with a bug hatch and like every fish in the system decided to pull up into 2 to 4 feet of water, but like it was nutty how many fish were stacked on these like pretty tiny weed beds, like the size of almost cars. You could kind of see them sticking out of the water, and you would just land your topwater bait like either adjacent to it or like right in front of it, or even like way past it and try to bring the bait and like hope it eats you before you get to the weed bed. Because like the fish were just sitting right on the edges, like they were in such predictable spots on a lot of them. And like I even remember I was throwing, I can't remember it at the time, but I remember like looking at this weed bed and thinking like, where would a muskie sit on this thing? And there was like this little like inside cut in this like car size weed bed, and I like, landed my top water right in that cut, and I hit a muskie on the head. Like it literally, my bait landed and the muskie like tail walked out of the water. Like what the fuck was that?
just reaction
And
strike.
so I was like,
So cool.
the point of like you just knew they were all up there and they were following. I think yeah, Gus said, we got a bunch, and then I think we probably had like a dozen follows in all pretty short window. So it was just like the most fun fishing ever. I mean, it was crazy. Absolutely
It's exactly
bananas.
what you wish for. Like I didn't have any desire to throw anything else. I think a couple stubborn ones Max threw a glider at, and one or two swung and missed that as
Hmm.
well. So like even the neutral ones, they were still kind of doing something dumb. Didn't hook anything on that, but yeah, that was a really fun night. That's kind of like the nice thing about this local tournament is that we don't have to feel like we got to go out there 4 days in a row before the tournament and, grind on the chain to find something. Um, so going, on awesome weather to other places is cool. And then the next day, I know we went to go hammer on a trolling bite and get a little confidence in that because we knew we were going to do a little trolling during the tournament, and we freaking whacked them doing that too. Like really well. Caught a couple. A nice one, a mid 40s, lost a mid to upper 40s, and it was just going like we're sitting there with so much confidence, like, dude, like all these lakes we're going to, and we're hearing about people catching on the chain, like fish are just eating in general. And you want to know what happened by Friday afternoon? East frickin' winds set in,
Mm.
and it was east winds for like 4 days straight, east winds during the tournament. And I was, to be honest, I was very surprised that we came, what was it, 49 or 50 fish caught on day one in the tournament.
Shocked.
I was thinking 25, maybe.
Yeah.
It was hard. I mean, like we had to work our asses off for the two bites we got on the first day and landed the two bites. Super thankful for that. But
And they both like, I mean, I kind of admitted to this in like our uh recap thing you do on after day one when the top 10 teams kind of get called up and they're like, well, do you got a pattern you're on right now? And like the answer is it was really not, we just really didn't. Like we got both of our fish doing two completely different things. And to be honest, they were both a little bit of like, I mean, lucky's probably the wrong word, but like felt like the stars had to align pretty damn good for both those bites to happen. It's not like we, hooked six fish the first day and lost a bunch. Like we literally caught two, saw none other fish, like no other fish.
Hmm.
Side imaged a bunch, trolled over a bunch. I mean, I think we set rods in on Saturday morning and went directly over two fish. Like, in side imaging, you got the little space between the bottom and your boat. Like, I think in the first, what is it, 8 minutes, Gus, we drove directly over the top of two fish. And on the
yeah.
chain, like, if you can line that up where you just stumble over these fish, and if it's like if they're in your little, that black space, like, with the baits we have and the depths we're running, like we know we're right there. Like it's usually game over. And like with both of those that didn't go, we're like, huh,
Hmm.
well, this is
Ruh-roh.
interesting. Yeah. And then,
This might
you
be a
know,
long day.
yeah, like we're like, well, did this fish get caught or are they just off? Like it's like perfect, right away in the morning, like, conditions are fine. Um, and like even the first fish we got was we talked about it in the thing, we got it trolling. And like that one was again, like kind of lucky. Like I was running the boat and we had driven, we kind of made like a big circle when we were trolling and then we saw that we marked the fish on SI and we spun back around and like I was kind of taking a bad angle at it and I knew I was taking a bad angle at it and Gus is kind of sitting there
I
going like,
I only say that just because at the time we had a board out. So we had one down route on a board and I was looking at the front graph and looking at the the waypoint and I'm like, you're just totally effing over the board side. And the down rod is on the board side. Like you're favoring the side that has no rod and I'm like, "Oh man, what are we doing?"
yeah,
But didn't
so
matter.
I was kind of yeah, like Gus was saying, I was kind of screwed it up, and like it was a tight area, so I was trying to focus in on like just trying to figure out exactly where we were going to ultimately turn because the fish was not out in open water, like it was up tight
It's on a
um,
break line, yeah. That
to an
wasn't
extent,
even
and it
yeah.
was sitting by like a kind of a piece of wood. So it was like I just wanted the down rod to go right over it because I was just like, man, I want this thing. And lucky enough, like I might have missed it by 10 feet, but the fish slid like to the side where the down rod was by a couple feet. And we drove right over that fish and it freaking crushed it.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because we were, like the direction we were going, we were headed right into like the weeds. So then Gus picks up the rod and like I start the trolling motor and we gotta like turn the boat. So it was just kind of it wasn't bad. I mean, it was a pretty clean process getting it into the net and everything, and fish was hooked really
No,
well. I mean, it
it
was hooked
was
right.
fine, yeah. That one was hooked pretty well and I was able to I keep my trolling motor pedal still in that back corner where I cast and that's where I was fighting the fish and the boat started doing some funky things, so I was able to just start controlling it with my foot while fighting it, so it worked out actually pretty well. Otherwise, the boat was about to go sideways, lose all tension, and it could have gotten hairy really fast. So,
Hmm.
no,
Yeah, no, worked out. Nice little pit maneuver. The celebration was actually pretty low key. I think you were freaking fired up. I was like, all right, we're on the board. Like, kind of felt like
I
we
was just
was
like, we
expecting
needed
to get one, but
this.
you were kind of going crazy. It's bumping and shit. It was good to see.
Screaming.
Like, damn, upper 30s on the chain. Am I dreaming?
Let's fucking go.
Thought it was going to be about a 27,
Um,
but that was good. That was like what, mid-morning,
yeah, like
9
nine,
a.m.
9:30.
I
Yeah, it's
think it
like
was
two
9. I
hours in,
remember seeing, yeah, 2 hours in. Yeah.
hour and a half in. But
We,
then we, again, spent a good amount of time trolling. So we're like, all right, we can get him eating trolling. Uh, it's just like
Spot's crowded.
fish after fish. Spot got crowded. Went to some more spots that weren't as crowded. Kept driving over fish. They weren't eating. We were getting pissed. And it's like there's nothing more frustrating when you're trolling and you got no control over like really. I mean, obviously you can set the depth, change lures, change depth, change whatever, but like you just feel a little bit more power, or you just feel kind of powerless when you're trolling and the fish aren't eating. Like you can't do anything really, like at least less than you can do casting, to try to get them to trigger to eat.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, we bailed on trolling, started casting, and it was, continued to be tough until
Tough.
Gus pulled a little rabbit out of his hat at
Just,
3:51, like 9 minutes
just
before the
dumb.
tournament
Just
ended.
Jeez.
not doing the tactic that I'd normally just be like, hand to the guy in the front of the boat if I'm out guiding and be like, do this somehow for the next like 4 hours and somehow not have, piles of weeds on every cast. Somehow pinpoint every, like, I was pretty much casting a sinking crankbait at weeds and I had to really, I had to really pay attention on my casts where they're landing, how I was twitching it and everything. So, and honestly, like we started to get windy and we are just drifting along this weed edge, trying to stay well off of it too, because so we could bomb cast into it. And front door side image of fish, like right where Max for sure already casted. I don't know if we were using what a spinnerbait at that time, maybe a bucktail, and for sure blades. And then I don't know if I maybe got one in there because it was so windy. I think my casts were so staggered out, and I just bombed it about to where it was. It was close to the weeds. If probably 10 feet further, I would have screwed myself over and cranked it down, gave it one pull, and then my next reel after the pull, there was weight. And yeah, medium heavy rod laid into it. Thank God that thing completely T-boned it. So that was nice. Um, but that one slid into the bag, no problem. No, that one, never mind. Max, you describe what happened. I remember.
I mean, it wasn't any problem getting in there, but it was just hilarious how it happened because I was so at this point, like, we're I don't know how many hours removed from our first fish and no other action. So I'm just kind of like defeated. I'm like, all right, we got one fish.
6.5.
6.5 hours, it's 350. I'm like, all right, at this point, I'm like packing up shop, dude. I'm ready to go have a drink. Like we just got our ass kicked on the chain. This sucks. This is where we're talking like, well, how many fish do you think got caught today? Because at that time, I don't even know if we had checked really what the update is. And the Tim, the tournament director, certainly always likes to be like, well, fish are going, fish are being caught. And you're just
Yeah.
kind of like, are they really?
Always bright
Um,
window.
so we were kind of talking like, dude, I think it's going to be really low numbers today. Like, I don't feel like it's going to be good. So we kind of were like, all right, we got one in the bag. We're still in the tournament probably. I don't think anyone like went crazy today. And so I was just kind of mentally checked out, honestly. I mean, it's a tournament, you're still locked in, but like, you're always trying to know like where the net is, where everything is. And at that point, I'm just kind of like, we had moved the net around a million times because we troll cast. And the net was like flipped over like four freaking times. Like it was just in a ball. And Gus hooks the fish, and I'm like, oh my God, he got a bite. Like, what the hell? So I like, crank in my bait. I'm like kind of fumble fucking the rod. I'm like trying to get it out of the way. It's windy. I go to pick up the net, and the net's just like in a ball. And I'm like kind of trying to get the net to like untangle, thinking I got time because he hooked it like, way out there. So I'm like, I'm not trying to freak out and like do something dumb or put like a bait in the, net or do anything stupid or like whatever. And so all of a sudden he starts yelling at me like, Max, it's coming to the boat. It's coming to the boat.
The thing
And I'm
was
like,
flying in, just
so it was
charging the boat the whole
literally
way.
was swimming at the boat 100 miles an hour. And he goes, net in the water. And I like, as I'm getting the bag unlooped, I just jammed the net in the water because I'm just listening to him. And the fish literally swims 50 miles an hour right into the center of the net.
I
Like,
mean, if that no net there, it's going under the boat like
Did it get to the
fast.
back
And
of it or did it get hung up at all?
no,
no,
like he freaking the fish just bullseyed it. Like you
Dang.
could not have hit the more center of the bag. Like it was just the video is hilarious, dude. You just see the fish like coming in, and he's right as he gets to
You can
like
see it just finning,
yeah,
like
right
going
as he gets
fast.
to like visibility line, you see the net go in the water, and the fish is like almost like he was trying to freaking hoop himself. He's just like
That's
just
funny.
fucking flies into the back of the net, and we just go. That one was awesome. We went freaking nuts after that fish because we're like, we always have lost fish right at the end of day one or day two,
Yeah.
so we were like freaking out that we finally actually hooked and got one to the boat like in the last
Got a
10
last
minutes of
minute.
it.
Yeah.
What did that
Yeah,
Yeah.
one go?
36 and
36
a
and a
half.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
So
ended day one with the 39 and a quarter, 36 and a half, which are just super respectable chain fish that we knew like could get some solid points because it's like, oh, we're on the we're on the chain. There's going to be a good amount of 30 to 34s that people might double up with, and then ended up being some triples doing that. And these points are going to go way, way further than those. So it was what, like a little over 100 points in the PMTT status, whatever it is, like 111 or whatever, and ended up being in fifth after day one, which I don't know. I guess with the better double, I was thinking, especially after hearing there's like three triples and a bunch of doubles, I'm just like, oh, we're gonna be in 10th, maybe. But I guess there was a lot of smaller fish caught that doubled, and that's where we were sitting after day one. So honestly, was
kind of
feeling very
shocked,
good.
honestly.
And
Like what
3 inches out
is
of second place. So it was like it was
yeah,
really tight leaderboard
Yes,
after
yeah,
day one.
that's true. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, we
with as
felt
slow as it
solid.
was for you guys, I was like, if you got two fish, I'd be thinking like, okay, we might be sitting two or three here, assuming maybe one double or one triple, couple doubles, but
Well, it's just so funny because like, we with the day that when we were like going back and forth from lakes and stuff, we were talking to people like in the channels that would drive by, and they'd be like, "How you guys doing?" And we'd say, "Oh, we got one." They'd be like, "Oh, we got one." "Oh, we got two." Like, "Yeah, we got two." It's like, God damn, like how the fuck is this going on? And then we get to we like take out for the day and we're sitting there with the double and we're like, okay, we're probably in the thick of things. And all the people that took out around us were like, we didn't see a fish. We didn't get a bite. Like everyone we talked to struggled super hard. So it was very, very bizarre that like some people were just, I don't know. I mean, I guess that happens every tournament, but it was just like, it's very, I don't know, very hit or miss, I guess, for a lot of people. Like it felt like you were either getting bites or you just weren't seeing or having opportunities really at all.
Super
Um,
potted up fish, and some
Super potted up
pods
fish.
zero would bite, and then I guess some people found some pods where they definitely bit. Definitely some people higher up in the leaderboard that kind of took the cake off of like a few spots, kind of ordeal, and just getting fish that maybe weren't beat up so crazily pre-fishing and whatnot. And yeah, I mean we went into day two with the mindset. So we're basically sitting exactly where we were last year. I think maybe we're in what, third or fourth or something last year with a very similar double. I think we got a 41 and a half and a 33 and three quarters or something like that. Same deal, that 33 came in the last 10 minutes. Um, it almost felt like identical, like deja vu to last year. So I'm just like, or we both talked and it's like, well, last year we put all of our effort Sunday into just only trolling. We just trolled the entire time because that's where we went 3 for 4, caught a short, trolling. We're gonna do that. But then this tournament felt different. This felt like way more people trolled, way more people caught pre-fishing trolling because the wind wasn't from the east and people were just hammering them the week leading into it. And we figured out we are just gonna go down swinging, just cast all day Sunday, put it in our own hands, find the spots we need, make the
We
casts we
could
need
not
to,
end the tournament like we did last year where we trolled for 6 straight hours on Sunday without a single
and we're just
rip.
like,
And we
no.
got done and I'm just like, well, that was just, I mean, there's no worse feeling in the
slap
world.
in the face.
It's like
It's like I just want to go home now. It's stupid, but yeah, we decided to do that, and yeah, I don't really know how much to say on Sunday other than side imaged 9 kajillion, 0 bit, 1 bump, unknown. whether it was a muskie, big pike, decent sized muskie, unknown. It was right from a muskie waypoint, so my guess is on probably some kind of muskie.
Pretty big
And
boil.
yeah, big boil. Pike don't really leave boils behind, so um I don't know. We tried our best. We just I mean, looking back, about the only thing I regret, I nothing on how hard we fished and where we fished. We maybe should have just switched lakes. Apparently, that's about the only thing that maybe would have improved our odds.
Did you
Otherwise, I
stay
felt
on the
like
same lake both days?
we fished three different lakes on day one and caught the two on one singular lake, and we went back to the lake we caught on the entire day on Sunday and never left,
Hmm.
which is to our demise. After talking with other people, that lake was not on Sunday at all. I don't know if I
Yeah.
heard all but zero, maybe one fish being caught out. There's only 13 fish caught in general on Sunday.
It was
Bad.
whack. The
The
weather felt so
negative of
much
negative.
better. Outside of the east wind, like the clouds are rolling in, there's good heat. It was like all the conditions you'd want. But like it was just so frustrating because on Saturday we had actually marked a couple really, really nice fish on SI that we
Oh,
knew
some
were in
big
like
ones.
big fish spots, putting out really big marks on SI. And so like we felt like we were like, man, if we can just get one of those to bite, like we're living good. And we went back there on Sunday. They didn't move. Like I don't know if somebody went there and just freaking put 47-inch muskie signs down on the bottom of the lake and were
They
tripping
didn't move.
everybody else out, but those fish didn't
Didn't
move.
eat.
They
Yeah.
they didn't move they didn't move more than a foot in 24 hours. So they just were that turned off, or who knows.
It's a pretty good strategy, though. I never thought about that. Anchor down some metal
Yeah,
planks or wood planks.
some fish shadows down there
Yeah.
for people. And yeah, it was tough. Sunday was really frustrating. We kept fishing all the fish, that we were marking on electronics, like we're right in the spot they should be eating, and like pushed up right on the edges. Like even the backdoor fish were sitting, you could tell they're up. It just weren't moving. The one whack we got was from like right in the middle of the weeds. So it's like I don't know if those fish were more active when they were pushed way, way up. So it was just yeah, it was just a frustrating day. But one cool thing, I just want to mention it before I forget. So there was a 47 and a quarter caught on Saturday.
Yes.
That 47 and a quarter was the same fish I caught in the PMTT at 46 inches 4 years
2022.
ago.
Hmm.
That's wild. Yeah, same section of the lake, different area, or different spot,
Different
which
spot,
is
but same fish. So it grew
Dang.
a inch and a quarter in 4 years.
it's pretty
Uh,
good for a big northern Wisconsin fish that typically just grow slow. Um, but yeah, that's to put in perspective on our big females and how fast they grow and how big they get
I would
around here.
consider that pretty
So
slow.
but what's
yeah,
crazy is that fish ate on, relatively the same time of year, um, 4 years apart in the PMTT. So that fish just likes being a superstar. Both times she
Yeah,
was the big fish of the tournament too.
not camera shy.
yeah, yep.
So pretty cool.
That is really cool. Totally kind of forgot about that. That's wild that yeah, that's really cool. Love to see that from the old chain fish that they still eat, they still grow, they're still out there thriving. It's
That
definitely
thing's
good to
seen the
see.
inside of a boat a couple times. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's
Seems like it
probably
likes doing
seen
that.
more than just ours in that boat that caught it. I'm sure it's been in the boat of a couple others. Yeah,
yeah, it's just
knowing
hilarious.
the
So
pressure of the
That's
chain,
always
but
that's always tough going into Sunday. Like anything you think about the night before, like could seem right. You could convince yourself of anything. You convince yourself that the lake that was hot or that you got fish open their mouth on Saturday was going to be the same on Sunday. You could convince it the other way that those fish just ate, go to a different lake. Like
it's
there's never like a
yeah,
right decision.
it's really tough too because like we have so many spots. Like I joke around when I'm fishing with people on the chain, especially people that I know and they know the chain as well. They're like, "Oh, this is an interesting place to start on the spot." And I'm like, "Dude, I mean, I'm just looking down the shoreline and it's like caught one, caught one, caught one, caught one. I'm just going like in 100 to 300 foot increments and it's just like there's probably a fish there. Like they're literally everywhere. Like it
Yeah.
is there's obviously, the cherries and the really good cabbage beds and the inside turns and the points, but honestly, man, when it starts firing, you can just drop your trolling motor in, starting at whatever bolt launch you launch at and just start going. I'm serious. Like
Yeah.
I know some people that did that have stayed here like in August and September and they're like, there's freaking tons of fish in here. I'm like, yeah, there absolutely is, especially when they load up on these weed beds. And then we talked to those one guys that 1 year, Max or whatever. They're like, we can't find any freaking weeds out here. It's like midsummer, and I'm like,
You ain't looking right.
like, have you fished
Um,
in anywhere shallower than 7 feet? It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
Literally
you,
everywhere.
everywhere.
Gus, do you want to? So yeah, just to put I guess a quick bow on our Sunday was super disappointing. I think we were, not only frustrated but also pretty bummed out. I think we kind of knew we dropped the ball again 2 years in a row, sitting in a good spot after day one, thinking we were gonna definitely find a way to squeak out 1 to 2 bites on Sunday. Like I felt really good about that. We did talk Saturday night though, and knowing like with the east wind and the amount of pressure these fish have gotten, we're like we felt really good with casting. We're either going to get 2 bites because we're going to figure out where they want to eat, or we're going to get skunked. And unfortunately, the latter happened, and it felt like, other teams that found out where these fish were biting on Sunday got 1 to 2 bites because they figured out where the fish were actually eating. But with that said, you want to just quickly
I
maybe
got the
run down the
leaderboard, yeah.
leaderboard? Yeah, let's just run down the leaderboard.
There wasn't much movement on the leaderboard after Sunday.
It's
Like
13 fish caught.
you guys are still
One
3 inches back from second.
I think 10th, 10 swooped in. I'm not sure if 9 swooped in. I don't think so. I think
we were
10 swooped in, and we'll go down the leaderboard. We'll go
we're
down the
only we
leaderboard.
were only 14 points. Um yeah, 14 points out of second, 16 for taking second, which is I mean we needed a 30 incher. Because a 30 incher is 14 points plus 10 release points. That's 24, so it was a very, very close race on most of the leaderboard, except for they didn't need this kicker, but back to back first place from Josh McDonough and Sean Boland. They got a
Sheesh.
quad of upper 30s, three upper 30s, and a 33 and a half to get 199 points, and they won back to back Cave Run and Eagle River out there. So they are definitely
It's
in
crazy.
favor of
Damn.
the
The
Top
sweep?
Gun.
The Tiger Slam?
Um,
They're going for
yeah,
the Tiger Slam.
yeah.
Jesus. What did they give much as to what they were doing?
Rubber ripping, I think, was the main thing. I didn't get a chance to listen
Hmm.
to Greg Thomas just had him on, both these guys on Road Rules. I don't know if Max, did you get a chance to listen to it?
I did. I listened to it on my way home from Eagle River on Monday. Um, yeah, I mean, shout out those guys. Just two beauties. Got to hang out with them at the bar actually on Friday night, and
Yes.
sounded like Friday night that they had figured some stuff out. They were up there for like a full week prior to the event. Pre-fishing really hard and sounded like they kind of figured out what they were going to do pretty early on, left it alone, and obviously nobody else um, touched what they were. Maybe people did, but they weren't doing exactly what they're doing. I'll give them credit. They're pretty tight-lipped on Greg's pot. They really didn't give away all that much. I mean, they were very,
Wow.
very general with so they're maybe looking for Eagle River 2027 that they can come back and do it all again, which props to them. I think that's pretty
Do you
sick, you know.
do you think you're less tight-lipped?
Well, I mean, we got a freaking podcast where we recap
Yeah, but I
We
tournaments.
mean,
recap every tournament we do, and we say what pretty much for the most part we will say what we're throwing. I'm a little more tight-lipped on the Eagle River chain just because
yeah.
I guide it, but like when we travel and whatnot, we're like, yeah, I don't care. We're throwing this in Madison, throwing this on Vermilion or blah blah blah. But yeah, huge shout out to those guys. They figured out
Yeah,
something
huge.
that
Good dudes, super awesome work. I mean, yeah, getting 4 bites, especially getting that kicker on Sunday, they had to been feeling
yeah.
pretty damn good.
Shout out.
So second place, shout out here. We got Alex McLean, Trevor Cease with a double. They took home the silver. Shout out them. Congrats. We got
Shout out.
Rob Ornberg and Bob Chitty
Shitty, shitty.
triple. Two low 30s and an upper 30s. Then one that's 3 points behind second. 1 point behind that is Colton Thomas and Tony Casto with a quad of under sub 34s.
I would have loved to know
Dude,
how much they stretched that 30 to get it to hit. I don't think we
30 on the
caught a 30
nuts.
yet in the 30, but that's always got to be so exhilarating when you slap that thing on the bump board and you're like,
Come on, come
please,
on.
please.
Give me some points.
Four
Yeah.
fish and they took fourth.
Yep. Yep.
They
What is it?
did
Yep.
30,
dump a big,
31, 30
they
and a
did
half?
dump a big one too.
30,
So,
30 and three
oh,
quarters, 32 and a quarter, 33 and a quarter. They did? Oh,
they dumped a
that's
big one. Alex dumped a big one. I'm not sure about Rob. But it just goes to show like, whether you win or lose these tournaments, sometimes it just comes down to some dumb luck of hooks getting in the right place in a fish's face. I mean, that goes for Josh and Sean. Like, if Alex catches the big one, apparently, allegedly it was like upper 40s. Obviously, he's pretty well well equipped to judge that sort of thing. So, like, if you say that
hmm
that was a 47 to 49 incher, that puts them in first. And then same with Colton and Tony. I mean, if they had their fifth fish being in even just in the 40-inch range, they're they're taking home first place. So
Yeah, it's a jammed leaderboard.
Yep. Yep. And then right in fifth place, we got Jared Donar and Peter Blickerds with a nice upper 30s double. Shout out them.
Shout out.
Then we got Max and I, the Manti brothers, in sixth place
Ooh,
with our double that we just talked about. And then we got a golly, I'm on the website and it just keeps going away from this. Ethan Rogers and Mike Brister, they got a double, 38 and a quarter, 33 and a half. Eighth place, Stuart and Sherry Sorensen. This is the one with the 47 and a quarter, the big fish of the tourney, and day one, obviously. Eighth place there. And then ninth place, we got Matt Kircher and Lincoln Hoover, 33, 31, 30. The low 30-inch triple. And then in 10th place with a last minute slip into the top 10 is Jace Logue. I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
Loge.
Apologies. And Darian Rubner
Logie.
with a 45 and three quarters on Sunday.
It's a big
Big fish
fish.
of day two. So
great
just a
guys, fun
big day.
chatting with them, kind of hearing their perspective coming over to the North Woods of Wisconsin, being from the that northern Minnesota area. Obviously, they're playing around with some bigger fish most of the time. It sounds like they brought a couple of those Minnesota tactics over to Wisconsin and had some fun. Um, just chatting with them was kind of cool. They're getting their perspective on the Eagle River chain. Um, Kind of a funny body of water for guys like that to fish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We definitely got
hmm
some different options in the Northwoods of Wisconsin. Eagle River chain's awesome. It does have big fish in it, but it is more of a numbers fish factory.
I mean, I remember Alex McLean, he's Bemidji guy. He always really was enthusiastic about going to Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin. I don't know if that opinion's since changed, but I think he really enjoys the change up because it is a 180 from what they're used to.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it pushes, it's the same as like when Gus and I go to new places or us three go to new places. Like it just shifts the mindset. When I started fishing like in
Yeah.
the metro, I've talked about this, but it's like in the Eagle River chain, you're fishing weed beds that are anywhere from 1 to 4 feet of water, and then you go to like Minnetonka and you're fishing, weed edges in 23 feet of water. Like it's just a totally different style of, what you're fishing, how you're working baits, what you're throwing. So I think it just kind of pushes, probably just pushes people when you go and fish all these new lakes, how to you got to adapt and figure out different stuff to throw at them. I mean, I think it's kind of funny, like listening to Josh and Sean on Greg's podcast. I think Josh was talking about all the different baits that he had bought for the Eagle River chain, in anticipation of it being like a small blade bite. And he's like, I got all these small bucktails that never even touched the water because we ended up, catching our fish on rubber. And talked to like my buddy Keegan. He stopped by the place on Wednesday or Thursday when he was out pre-fishing. He's like, all these baits are new. Like I don't throw any of this shit in Minnesota. It's like single. He's like, do they eat double-bladed bucktails here? Like, yes, they do.
I'm like,
Yes, they do.
yes, they do. Just wait a week or two when the pressure's gone and the
Yeah.
weeds peak out, the boat traffic gets worse, which is good for the chain, I guess, in a fish biting scenario. Um, but yeah, no, it's very cool to hear. I mean that's the reason why we like traveling to new places, whether it's a tournament or not. Um, the same reason that these guys, are doing that, coming here and definitely getting on some pretty cool bites and figuring out some good things. So, yeah, that kind of wraps up the PMTT. I got maybe a few things to add here. Just something to get off my chest a little bit here. I did enjoy the Fish Donkey app. I liked a little bit more than I thought. I have used it on a local, just like a friendly tournament between buddies over the winter, and taking pictures on that was no problem. We got ours on the bump board. We'd put it back in the net. We'd quick check it. We'd check mark the ones we want, just the one on the board and one holding it, and then we just net release the fish. So it all kind of remained the same. It made us actually take less pictures. Usually we're rapid firing a ton, so maybe the process honestly was faster.
How'd
And
you
the
validate that
leaderboards
did they sticker on the bump board or what?
thicker still, yep, certain colors each day. And then of course the app will like only open at 7 a.m. and then it shuts down at 4 on Saturday, shuts down at 1 on Sunday. So like it won't even let you upload anything before or after.
Hmm.
So then that you're, you know, where you are when you caught it. So like it's good that way. But I think Tim must have listened and no leaderboards, no live leaderboards throughout the entire tournament. It's good. I definitely it felt like it went back to how it was when we were fishing the tournaments leading up to this year before they added this app in. So
Was
I
it
don't
a
know if you
live
got any.
leaderboard at Cave Run?
Mhm.
Yes. I
I
think
wonder
part
how
of
that
it.
would feel.
It threw some people off. Some people got pretty pissed. As
Why? Just knowing that they're getting buried or what?
people were getting like, yeah, that's
We're down three fish.
How the fuck are people catching fish right now?
no people that were thinking that mindset and then looking at the leaderboard and be like, oh, I know that guy, and then go follow their boat type of thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, good
Yeah.
point. Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah,
must be on some fish.
yeah.
It's like that one
Yep.
tournament, Gus. Remember what were we fishing in where that guy, I'm like, Gus, that guy got binoculars out right now?
Oh, that was
And he
in the
was
Eagle
looking
River
at
chain
he
last
was trying to
year.
look in our boat to figure out what baits we
And I'm
Like the
should
like
pull
pro-am
in.
or
waving
like
like a friggin' idiot at him, like, hey.
Dude, he was driving by us. They were in the tournament and they had binoculars
oh
out and they
shit.
were freaking,
Yeah,
I don't know what they were doing. Maybe they
See what
just,
you're throwing, dog.
not
Relax.
catching.
yeah, crazy.
Super funny. No, and I got one other thing I'd like to bring up,
Oh boy.
honestly. Shed a little light on it. There was a rule, and it's a rule in the PMTT to not have and they just made it for this year that there's no live scope allowed 2 days prior to the tournament. Nobody took that seriously at all, and
Well,
neither
not
did.
nobody.
What's that?
Free
Not
free
nobody.
fishing?
Oh, sorry. Well, like half the people obviously took it seriously and called in.
It's like,
Like a ton of people called in. Like we knew about it. We didn't want to mess with that. And I mean there was just an insane amount of people out there with scope on 2 days prior, the day prior, and they said they got like a bunch of calls on people and then nothing happened. Like if it was an actual rule, you'd think the tournament would start with about, 40 boats disqualified if it was like an actual rule.
Yeah.
So enforced?
How do you
No.
enforce it though? Like how do you even if you say no live scope, they don't know when you're pre-fishing. You find your own little quiet corner of the lake and start scoping to figure out if there's fish there. Like,
Well,
you could
it's why
probably get away with it.
there's just a rule. Like you gotta.
It's a rule.
Yeah, the
You get
honor
caught
rule.
doing it, there should be consequences.
Yeah,
I mean, you
no.
wouldn't
That's
do it
what
if somebody saw you doing it and then you actually like got, a penalty.
well, what do you want them to do?
I mean, it
Just a,
just shouldn't be. It's not like that hard. Not
Take
like
them
that
out
crazy to
back behind the
follow.
shed or something?
You just
not that
don't
great.
do it. It's not
Yes.
like
I don't know
nuts.
what the penalty
Yeah.
should be, but yeah, it's just kind of goofy. I don't know. I wanted to bring it up.
What if they were just bass fishing?
Yeah, good point.
Hey,
I don't know. Some of these people had stickers on their boat from the
Yeah, the
previous
yeah.
trip.
whole it is true though. Like it definitely brings a gray area into it. Like if you're gonna put that rule out, it is tough because it's like, well, if you're not gonna enforce it, but you're gonna put the rule out, there's gonna be people that follow it and then feel kind of cheated when people are like scoping spots, the day before the tournament. Um,
Yeah.
and then if you're somebody who's doing that and maybe you didn't know, or maybe you did know and you just figured, well, hey, shit, I'm not gonna get, even if I get a slap on the wrist, like it doesn't matter. Um, it just kind of leaves a lot of gray area. And like you said, Brian, it's like, well, if they don't have stickers on their boats, how the hell do you know? There's a bunch of new people that fish in this every year. There's, they're big fields, 100 boat. Like you're not gonna be able to keep tabs on who's in the tournament, who's not in the tournament, especially out on like an Eagle River chain in June. There's a bunch of recreational fishermen too. So um,
Hmm.
it's just another one of those like live scope, just muddy in the waters again. Like just no way to properly enforce it, no way to properly
No.
regulate it. There's all this like, you can try, but you really can't do anything. Um, I don't know. Like you have to see somebody with a pole in the water. Do you have to take it out of your boat? Like there's just all this stuff because it's like,
What if they're out
well,
there at night?
I saw this guy driving around and it was up, but like, why do you have it? It's like, so it just brings in all this shit that you're just like, God damn it! Like the world, it
Yeah,
just would be way
Yeah.
easier if this thing just went
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
But,
Didn't exist at all.
Vanish.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm glad that they've been pretty steadfast on keeping it banned during the tournaments. I think that's makes it a lot of fun, especially in some of these tournaments where the fish do, there are some open water bites to be had.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It was full on like a half open water bite. 100%.
Have you
And
guys seen
fish were
the
pounded pre-fishing.
you guys seen I see it going around. I don't know if it's still going on, but the enhanced games and they let everyone take steroids and they see how fast
Yeah.
they swim. They should do like a PMTT enhanced and they just let scopes go crazy, see how
Yeah.
many fish you can catch.
I
Just
mean,
ruin systems.
dude, you'd probably have a pretty good you probably have a pretty good turnout.
All right, the enhanced games are coming to Eagle River.
That's
Fuck.
hilarious.
Oh, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah,
Just absolute smash fest.
yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
that would
That'd be
be
ridiculous.
that'd be hilarious. No cap on what you can do technology wise.
yeah. Top 10, like you need 8 fish.
You don't need the safe release point. Just get it in the boat.
That's so
Uh,
funny.
God damn.
Yeah,
So
love it.
yeah, good for you to bring that up, Gus. But yeah, no, the rest of the week, I mean, once that east wind flipped back to a southwest wind on, I think Tuesday, it started getting really good again, and the rest of the week was a blast. I would say, Gus, do you want to talk just generally about one of the nights we had and kind of a little back to the basics on how to maybe, I don't know, just one of those nights where it was really rewarding because we got our absolute teeth kicked in on this certain lake time after time after time again, and we finally put some fish in the boat out there.
Yeah, it's a lake that we've been fishing for a little over 3 years now, and I think all I had to boot was maybe a 30 incher, I guess. I want to say seen a couple smaller ones, but we're just like, we know there's nice fish in here. Like we want to keep fishing it on and off. We don't know if it's our timing. I mean, we for sure maybe didn't have the right spots yet, but we kept kind of getting them through the years and finding ones like, okay, this looks kind of good. Let's just give it the time and place. Let's find a and And I think I just called it out to Max, and I'm just like, we got to go here. We got this full day, super rare. I didn't have to guide that day, and let's just go out there and just give it from when we start. Mid morning. I think slept in a little bit and you had to do some work, and let's just find new spots and find these friggin' fish, these friggin' beasts that supposedly exist out there, and it's tough. Found some great looking spots. Nothing, nothing, nothing. More great looking spots. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Go to where I knew that there was fish in previous years and find a couple, and they were like kind of gonna play. Like they would come in and just try to annihilate like a bucktail, sorta, but not commit. You know, half-ass eat it on the cast, follow it to the boat, and not eat it. I think two did that. Um, Side image like one or two more, but then just like the weeds kind of looked like shit. It's kind of a tough weed year in general. Um, on certain areas, it's really nice now on most of the lakes I've been to now, but we just strolled into an area that we completely overlooked and immediately side imaged one. Threw a waypoint down, it never moved. And we didn't get it to move at all. And then Clay was with us that night and he hooked and lost a giant, like doing what we thought should work, just in a totally different area. Finally switched it up and we're like, oh my God, this is gonna work. And then we picked up our buddy Jamie. He was coming up to stay with Clay and fish with him a little bit. And like, let's just kind of wheel around and go right back towards where we side imaged that fish. And I was throwing double tens and it inhaled it out in the cast and landed a freaking absolute unit. I don't even know what the weight would be. Thick through head through the tail. A really nice Northern Wisconsin 46. Um, just absolute freight train. It legitimately, the head shakes were so big, I legitimately thought I had it snagged. I said in the video, I'm like, is it snagged? And then it's going into the net and it's just only the blade sticking out. I'm like, oh, nope.
Strong boy.
Those are just, it's a real, real strong boy. And got some good picks with it, released it, and Max, your first cast with a fat bastard got a 45. So we
Damn.
found him.
Hashtag on them.
We found him, and now we have officially named that spot the Bay of Pigs. So,
Pig pasture. That's crazy.
yeah.
Pasture.
Yeah, those pics were gorgeous when you guys sent me those. I kept clicking on yours, Gus. And that was on your camera, right?
Yeah, that was on the big
Yeah.
cam. Yeah, the
That
good
thing that
camera.
thing can make them look real nice. Hopefully you'll release those to the public here soon. But
Yeah,
dandies for sure.
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see on
Um,
your
I mean,
social media
probably.
hiatus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my absolute hiatus of social media during the season.
Quarterly check-ins.
Right, right, right. But no, I mean the bite's been awesome, to say the least. Literally having just a rock star year on numbers. I think kicking last
I've
year's
changed.
ass so far.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like last time I was on the pod, it was like, man, I think we're almost out of this drought, this slow stretch here in June. Now
Last
you're
three
like
weeks have
banger
been
year.
just last 3 weeks have been just insane. I mean,
Yeah.
before that it was fine. It just there's a couple tougher days. It just
Fish were
didn't
just
quite set up.
scattered for like what, 3, 4 weeks there to start the year and then finally
Yeah.
settled in.
They
I
always
mean, that's
are.
pretty normal. It's normal. It just happens. I mean, but we've had some insane early June days. Like it's just so random.
Just
Um,
feels like it always takes a little bit for those big fish to start like eating good. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
you obviously get the stray big ones like early season. Just like I don't know if they're like ones that stick around in the shallower water or people are getting them other ways, but like I don't know. Feels like those big fish don't start chewing good until water warms up maybe a little
right?
bit, but could
Yeah.
be wrong.
And I mean, I was just giddy that night because we were just doing good old fashioned, just slop fishing, weed edges, just like kind of old school thinking about the spot and why fish were holding there and I don't know. Gears are turning and it was just really fun. Like it was super rewarding. Like the hours behind that night is I don't even want to count the hours, honestly. So,
Yeah, that's nice. All comes together. They are where you hope they are. Very rewarding.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Sweet.
So, well, that kind of blends us into 4th of July. Maybe just do a quick little recapper there on that.
I was
Um,
gonna ask you guys, given that it is, I mean, where do you rank 4th of July on the totem pole of holidays?
Mm,
You
mm.
know, honestly, because somehow Mother Nature is just like, oh, it's 4th of July, it's gonna be beautiful and 80. It might be pretty high because it just knows how to show, it knows how to show up. Like, all right, everyone's gonna be on the water. Okay, sick, awesome weather. Gonna go do, some Beersby. Some years we played a little wiffle ball in the yard. Um, but yeah, literally Mother Nature on our phones was telling us it was going to rain like every day and some mega storms, and it just didn't. It was just like the weekend of it might rain, but it never really did. It did, but not like in the capacity of like you got to get off the water or whatever. But I don't
I,
know.
I,
I'd say
I,
I'd put it fairly high, like top. Oh boy, I've never thought of it like
say
this.
it, just say it, dog.
Safe
Third,
space, man.
top three,
Third. What's
two.
in front
Third.
of it? What's
God
in
damn,
front
what
of
do you
it?
got? Halloween
It's
and
not even
Easter
that
up
high.
there?
There's not that many holidays, man.
I
Jeez.
mean, yeah, you're right.
Middle of the pack.
Halloween. I mean, I gotta
It's like a
obviously put
B holiday.
Halloween
How?
and Easter. I'm just kidding.
God damn.
I'm
That's
just kidding.
Valentine's Day.
yeah.
No,
We don't
no.
need to talk about Valentine's Day again.
No, I changed it to second. I don't know what I'd put in front of that, honestly.
All right, Christmas because you're greedy. That's it.
Go.
I was gonna say Thanksgiving, just because it's like kind of that Christmas feel, but good food, good
Yeah.
company, and it's just
Football.
yeah,
Football.
the
Yeah.
football, still musky
Football.
fishing,
Great.
in
Always
our
a great
capacity.
weekend of musky fishing.
I
Yeah.
think Thanksgiving might be up there, and
Wow.
4th of July is number two.
You're going Thanksgiving 1, 4th of July 2, Christmas 3?
Yeah, dude. I like
That's
Brian said, I ain't
crazy.
greedy.
I've
What do you
been
got on this, Brian?
brainstorming while Gus has been yapping, and I just can't get over the, once I thought of it, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like 4th of July to me is it's
You're gonna
top two, right? Top two.
you're gonna
But
say St. Patty's Day or something.
then you start diving into it a little
Don't
bit
give me the
more.
hands.
You start diving into it a little bit more, and it's like, okay, hold on. What's the difference with 4th of July
Uh-huh.
and Labor Day?
Massive difference.
Weather's offset. Labor Day, you bring in the
Not
foot.
true.
Hold on, let me finish. You bring in the football aspect of Labor Day. You lose the firework aspect. And at my age, who gives a shit about fireworks? So what? You don't wear patriotic clothing, but you get football, you get great weather, you get partying on a lake.
Fair.
So
All
that
fair.
look, and it's setting the stage for the fall, which is probably my favorite season for the real kickoff for football season, for good fishing, changing the leaves. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna say Labor Day 1, 4th of July.
And you were
You're about to
clowning
look
me.
me in
Whoa,
the
whoa,
face and
whoa,
tell
whoa,
me
whoa, whoa.
Labor Day is number one holiday of the year? That's
I'm gonna say, I'm
It's
gonna
freaking
say,
outrageous, man.
I'm gonna say Labor Day
What
1.
what have you been doing
Uh,
these last 3 weeks?
Labor Day 1.
Obviously not thinking about this.
Look, this is gonna be crazy. I got a tie for second, three-way tie for second.
You can't do that. That's not how you can't give him a 2A, 2B, 2C. You still gotta rank them. Give it to
Um,
us. You're off to a hot start here.
I would go Labor Day.
Dying on that hill. I mean, what are we're trying to do like the S tier, A,
Uh,
B, C,
No, no, no,
like
no. Just give me your top three. I'm real interested to hear how you decide to land
I
this
want
plane.
4 and 5 now.
I'll go. Golly,
You don't
man.
need to stop.
Yeah, but like you start thinking that, you think about golf, like can I golf, things you like to do, you can't do that over Christmas a lot.
Look, you're winning me over, so just keep talking.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Labor Day one.
Stop saying it.
Yeah, he's just delaying because he doesn't have his two,
I'll
three, four,
say
five.
4th of July 2,
Okay.
Christmas 3, but sneaking up hard on Christmas at 3 is Memorial
There's no way.
Day. No, it is good. I mean, opening fishing outside, maybe
It's
good weather.
not opening fishing though.
Well, if you're an honorable gentleman.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Not anymore. Used to be the holiday for opening fishing.
All right, Max.
We
How do
we
you
we,
pass that
we
one
might need
up?
to put a poll up. Who's got the correct order of holidays?
I can't. What even was my third? I already forgot. Did I say
You said Halloween.
Well, now I'm nervous about being
no? I was
called greedy
joking.
because I got Christmas one.
That's crazy.
That's
Dude, I
crazy.
mean, look, I know we're in the middle of the summer here, but Christmas is the GOAT. I mean, Jesus was born.
You
All
probably like
right.
giving too. More of a giver.
Yeah. Love giving out
For
gifts,
sure.
seeing Gus's little smile on his face, and I give him a new pair of shoes. Uh,
Thanks. Thanks, buddy.
they got the kids running around, you got
Yeah.
football, you got fires.
It's cold as
Look,
shit outside.
I'm not factoring in the fishing aspect to the holiday season. The holidays are meant to be spent with friends, family. Fishing
On the water.
definitely, yeah, definitely, obviously would be great.
Supplemental, yeah.
There's one year we did musky fish right before Christmas. All right. Warm weather, warm winter. Was that 3 years ago?
Yeah. Crazy.
Hmm.
I go Christmas one. I just think I know it's kind of a stock pick, cliche, if you will, but just like as holidays go Christmas one.
You
Um,
got President's Day too?
I'd go 4th of July too. You really got me just perplexed over this Labor Day thing because now I'm sitting
Yeah.
here. That wasn't even on my radar. And
Mhm.
like the way you just kept talking about it, like football's starting to
Well, I
go,
mean, is
college
it
football,
like
not
how
even
is it
NFL.
different than the 4th of July minus the fireworks and this fabricated patriotism? Like it, you know.
Well, fabricated is a strong word. I mean, I think that definitely plays a huge factor into it. I mean, 4th of July, we'll just start from the top here. One, early July weather is not even remotely the same as early September weather. All
It
right,
it
let's just
has
get
been
that straight.
though. Late
It's not.
August too.
It's not.
It's
Second,
not.
second, days are way longer. You're getting the sun setting at 9:15. You're grilling. It's nice and warm out at night. It's just not over Labor Day. Like it's not the same. I mean,
Gets
Sometimes
there's
cold.
it be dark.
Gets cold at night. Even if it's 80, it drops like an extra 10 degrees
Yeah,
colder.
it's
At
sweatshirt weather.
least.
Everybody likes hoodie
there
season.
there's just a buzz in the air up north over the 4th of July. Everybody's up there. Nobody's putting anything away. Labor Day to me always reminds me of the weekend that
It's
everyone's putting
closing
stuff
time.
away, yard work, get the boats covered, get them over the sheds. We're done for the year. It's kind of a sad, ordeal.
See, it
Um,
depends how you look at it, right?
Winter's right around the corner. The whole football argument, I see what you're saying. It's opening weekend in college football with the 16 team playoff. It doesn't even matter if you win or lose week one.
It doesn't
It has
matter. It's
no
that we've
bearing.
waited, 180 days for this, 200,
I get it, but
whatever.
NFL still hasn't started. The
Inferior
fourth,
sport.
there's just a different feel to the 4th of July than Labor Day. They're two completely different holidays.
Mhm.
Usually
What's
it's kind of like the universal take week off of work in the middle of the summer, right? Labor Day is just one day. Fourth is always, even when it falls on a Saturday. I mean, I was downtown the last couple days. It's a ghost town down there. I mean, nobody's working right now. It's great.
Mm-mm.
I took some time off last week. People understand, oh, 4th of July is in a couple days. I get it. You're not getting that same vibe around Labor Day. You're not taking a full week off around Labor Day. Um, let's see
what's your
here.
three?
Suppose you could.
So yeah, it's America. So yeah, I'm going 4th of July too. And then coming in at three, I'm gonna go back to the wall on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is gonna be three for
Damn,
me.
that's crazy.
So we just got Thanksgiving and Christmas swapped, I think, Max.
Yeah,
I am pretty like I enjoy the Thanksgiving, aromas, if you will. But I'm
sure.
not big on the whole platter of food. Uh, but I'm a guy that eats to get full, not eats to enjoy the flavors. So that's
Right.
where
You're more
I'm kind of off.
efficiency purposes, not
Yeah. I eat to
feel
get it
for the
over
body.
with, not eat to waste time and enjoy it.
Right. Just
So,
He's not a
feel for the
cuisine guy.
mechanism.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, you're the guy that steps into a restaurant and is just like, I need food now. You
Yeah.
don't like
Just give me the
anticipate
biggest platter.
going to the rest. Yeah.
Also, the football slate on Thanksgiving and Christmas is so much better than Labor Day because
Yeah.
Thanksgiving you get the three primetime games back. You know, Packers
Mhm.
usually have been playing a good bit on Thanksgiving last couple of years.
Yep.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think that was a good spirited debate. I think it was a good spirited discussion.
No,
Brian
that was
and
good. That
Labor
was
Day
solid.
one is crazy though. You're gonna get flame for that when we put up the
I was
ball.
gonna die if you after you argued me that 4th of July was second, if you followed it up with Labor Day at third, I was gonna lose it.
I
And my
mean, you
number
made a lot of
three,
good. You almost convinced me that it was equivalent to fourth, and I'm just like in my head, I'm like, it's
it
just
can't
not
be.
correct. It's not correct. Like what he's saying is kind of making sense, but it's not true. And I'm glad I just took a
Don't listen
breath
to him.
and I'm glad I took a breath and had
That's
to
a
kind of talk
nobody's
through that.
radar for top three,
Yeah. Hey,
maybe top
there's some
five.
points there. It depends really. It's the perception really. Like
Yeah.
Max says, everybody's packing up to end the year. I look at it as it's the final hurrah and everybody's celebrating.
You're a glass half full kind of guy.
Yeah. Depends who you
Always
talk to.
have been. Always have been.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
I
I think
I got some
what we got.
for all of our football soccer fans that come back and listen every week. About time we dive into this whole kickball thing. And I don't know a whole
Calling it
lot.
kickball.
I don't
A little
know.
disrespectful there.
I don't know a whole lot about the soccer thing, right? I taught myself back in the group play stages of this World Cup. I watched maybe two other games prior in my life, but there's a lot of hype, momentum behind this USA team this year. And it kind of sucked me in, just like I think it did for everybody. It was the talk of the town there. People that you'd never hear talk about soccer for the next 3 years were chatting about it every day.
Yep.
And yeah, what is that, Monday this week? We got faced with a buzzsaw of Belgium, knocked us out 2014, I believe it was, round of 16. And I mean it was pretty glaring from the start that lights were too bright. We kind of ran out of our momentum in the earlier games and immediately zero pressure from our USA defenders on defense, letting them fucking trot around, pick their spots, pass it between us. No pressure on defense, and Belgium had insane pressure on defense. We couldn't even get the damn ball over midfield half the time. And it was brutal to
Brutal.
watch. Absolutely brutal to watch. So,
That sucks. It's kind of a sucky way to go. They weren't even going swinging. They just went out.
yeah. And I mean, I'm sure what I said there, like probably in the eye of someone who knows what they're talking about, maybe isn't even accurate, but that's just what I saw from the outsider viewpoint watching the game.
Sure.
But overall, I mean, for the USA not being a typical threat or contender at the world stage, I mean, that was pretty good showing.
I mean, for those of you that listen to this podcast, you know we're a golf, hockey, and football podcast. I don't know shit about soccer. I just can't wrap my head around Belgium. Belgium is a country of 11 million people.
Hmm.
All right. That's the size of the state of Ohio.
Hmm.
I mean,
OH.
how how do we lose to Belgium? Like, how is
There we
that?
go. There's a
Well,
little part of my
they just
take there. I was
they
just
just
listening to that this afternoon.
I'm looking at the stats right here. I mean, you got North Carolina's got 11.2 million, Georgia's got
Crazy.
11.3, Ohio's got
it's
11.8,
cultural.
Well, yeah, it
New
is. I
York
mean, think
City's got
about what
8.6.
we got all these different national leagues that are a little bit more mainstream here that like, people are going to have a basketball in hand right away, a football,
Yeah.
maybe hockey, golf, a couple of the big ones. And then over there it's just like the freaking culture in Europe it's soccer. It's
I mean,
football.
look at like a little microcosm of it is like Minnesota with hockey. And you sit here and you're like, why are they 10x better than Wisconsin at hockey at the high school level? Well, it's just a cultural thing. Like they're just exposed to it early on. More people play it, grow up with it, and you see the results when they get older. It's the same shit.
Yep.
Fair, but it's not like soccer fields are desolate over here. I mean, there's plenty of kids
No,
playing
it's not an
soccer.
accessibility thing. It's just not a
Yeah,
popular thing. It's not in our culture. It's not cool to play soccer.
I know,
There,
but
everybody plays soccer.
how many people on a soccer team? I'm gonna embarrass myself.
11,
15.
15.
You telling me we can't find 15 people
About
that are
10, shit,
nasty at soccer
15.
out of our entire
Or
country?
a goalie that can make a decision and kick a ball.
Yeah, the dude freaking
He froze. He
that
locked
video is
up.
tough.
I felt like all those memes where it's like the big guy on his couch drinking a beer, like, what are you doing? I could have done that. It's like, just kick the ball.
So I've had a scorching hot take. I've just continued to a hill I've continued to die on. It's very incorrect, but I've just now that I've watched a couple soccer games from the jump, I kept saying this is before the USA game on Monday. Like we went to a game here in St. Paul, the Loons, shout out Loons. Um, cool
Shout out.
experience or whatever, but like in the game, I think there was maybe two shots on goal. One of them went in. The other team had like one shot on goal and it went in. And so I was like, my take was like, dude, you could put literally anyone in there. Like it wouldn't matter. I mean,
Oh,
all
the
they do, I mean,
goalie?
they kick the ball
Ooh.
super far, but it's like they're facing two shots a game. And
I
the
mean,
guy's letting in 50% of them. The other guy let in the one
But
shot that went on net.
think about you have a really good guy. He's still gonna let some in because there's not a lot of shots on, but he's just gonna just save just that many more than the average guy, and then that wins you like infinitely more games when it
I get it,
only
but
boils
like,
down to a couple shots.
a lot of it is like guesswork.
hang on, Brian. The
Oh, no opinion
well,
from Brian right now.
just to build off the guesswork part, I just want to finish my take here because before you cut in, this is the
I've been taking the words out of your mouth.
yeah, you're taking the words out of my mouth. Like you look at the penalty shots, the goalies just freaking guess. They just dive one way, dive to the right,
Yeah.
dive to the left. It doesn't
Yep.
matter. I mean, I'm not a small guy. Like you're telling me, okay, all I got to do is just dive one way and you're gonna save some, even if you take
Yeah.
one off the face or off the stomach or hits your nuts, whatever. Like they don't know. I mean, it's just a guessing game. So
I think you need to have some of that volleyball player athleticism where you can kind of jump high, right? Jump high, jump quick, be nimble. Because you do like they do full layouts up to the top right corner. Like every game you see it happen. So like
do you
you'd be
though?
yeah. I mean not the US. They had two shots on goal or whatever, but you do see it. There's been a lot of intense games where like the goalie gets peppered. A lot of it's reaction time, athleticism, and then but yeah, like those what do you even call those free kicks, penalty kicks, where they're 10 yards off the goalie and they're just ripping a shot. Like, yeah, you don't have time to react, so you just guess.
I mean that I like our goalie in that game against Belgium. Like I think if you stick any varsity high school goaltender in that net, it's like the same outcome.
He made one good save to start the
He's-
game, and then yeah, maybe yeah, I agree. But yeah,
like,
I mean, regardless, that can't be true. I know it's not true. Someone
the
who knows what
net's
they're talking
so
about
damn big. The
says,
net is
yeah.
so big. It's like they're just hosed.
Okay,
If
did
the
you, did
guy
you?
kicks it well, it's like you can't. You're screwed. The net's freaking
Yeah.
country mile wide.
It is a country mile wide. I was watching Switzerland and Colombia, I think last night or 2 nights ago, one of the two. They went into they like whatever it's called. They went through overtime into penalty kicks to
Extra
win it.
time? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Is that what it's called? Penalty kicks or something?
yeah. PKs.
PKs.
PKs, sure. And they each get
We are
five of them.
so far out of our scope
And
here.
and the goalie, like you were saying, he dives one way every time, like left to
Yeah.
right to the bottom corner. Like that's all they try to do. And a couple guys did it. They just kicked it dead straight at his head. But he would already be diving and it would go
That's
in every time. I'm like,
that's
well,
that's what I'm
but
saying.
like if you're the goalie, you're not just gonna stand in the middle and wait for it. It's like just kick it in the middle every time.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I guess I'm just coming from a hockey like point of view where it's, goalies that play such a big difference into like these games, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting
Huge.
shelled 30,
Tons.
40 shots a night. Where like I'm watching the soccer game when we were at there in person. I'm like, this dude could be picking grass for 75% of the game. Like even
Yeah.
when the ball is like down in that area,
I
Just go
think they're
back and
one of their
forth.
hardest things for them is the decision making of when to like extend out of goal, when to pick up a ball or kick a ball. Like what you
Sure.
saw with our goalie is he extended way out and just panicked. He's like, "Oh fuck," and he
And
fake kicked and then
put
just
his
let it
toe in
go.
the dirt.
Yeah, little pump fake here, fly by.
I mean, yeah, I agree. There's no way that take can be remotely correct. Like, I'm sure it'd be one thing to get in there, probably
Yeah.
be like, holy shit, game's moving a million miles an hour.
Mhm.
But I've been getting targeted now that I keep telling this take to everyone that'll listen to me say it. I get like now my algorithm on Instagram is just like hitting me with all these like insane goalkeeper, point of views, saves, all this
Of
stuff. So I think
course,
it's trying
how
to tell
hard
me
it
like,
is.
yeah, like, dude, you're so wrong about this.
They don't want to see you try out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think our bigger,
Your FBI agent assigned to you is just laughing his ass off right now.
My
yeah,
feed has
yeah,
just been
Watching the
cooked with
algo.
soccer stuff. It's
Yeah, he's
annoying.
just
we
like,
had we
I'm
had a
gonna flame this guy.
40-year-old defender. I mean, like stuck in quicksand the whole game. He needs to be in the coaching booth, not on the field. And so
Unhook the trailer.
we need to not only raise soccer players, but raise some defenders so we don't have 20-year vets back there as our last line of defense because that just doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying. In the last 20 years, you couldn't figure out one more defenseman
Yeah.
that hasn't come
And,
up through
and,
the
the- and
ranks.
this and this damn Pulisic guy was supposed to be boy wonder coming up. Best thing that ever happened to U.S. soccer. And what has he done?
Nothing.
Partial Achilles tear, needed a momentum swing, jams his toe into the guy's shin. I mean, come on, you got to be quicker than that.
Yeah,
It was a tough
ridiculous.
loss, and now won't have to talk soccer
For another 4 years.
until another 4 years.
Yeah.
Next World
Stay
Cup.
tuned for the 20, what even is that? 2030 episode.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
We might even do a World Cup preview up. Shit. Break
Yeah.
down the new goalie or
Depending
something.
if we're out of content by then or not. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're recapping
Midsummer
getting drunk on
tactics.
4th of July. We're gonna recap on what our favorite holidays are and World Cup.
And the Open right around the corner.
Favorite
Yeah.
holiday discussion was very eye-opening for me. I'll say it.
That is glaring. I will say, what is Max? I kind of get the same. You know, how you said like Labor Day, you feel like it's like everybody's packing up. It's kind of the
Hmm.
end of the summer, end of the festivities for the year. I
Hmm.
get that same feeling with the Open Championship. Last
Mm.
major in golf, it's like, hold on, summer just started, and now to me, it feels like done with summer.
Yeah, yeah. This summer's flying by, and when they changed the PGA out of August back to May, it does feel a bit weird. Like time is moving pretty quick here. Fourth of July is
Yeah.
one of those things too that kind of is like always something where when you're sitting there like the second week of May, you're like, man, the Fourth of July feels like it's a century away from now.
Yeah.
Like that's midsummer, and then it just always creeps up real quick. You move past it, and next thing you know, we're going to be planning our Canada trip in August and
Yeah,
talking
shit,
about.
that's gonna come 5 weeks. Fuck.
I think
Sheesh.
Five
it's,
Yeah,
weeks.
man.
is it
5 weeks.
five?
I gotta get my passport.
What?
Have you ordered it?
I ordered it. It just hasn't shown
All
up
right,
yet, so
good,
I'm kind of
good. I'm
waiting.
like, what
Keep an
the
eye on that
hell, dude?
mailbox there, big dog.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
should. I
yeah.
haven't, but I say that I haven't got my mail in like 2 weeks, so I should probably go see if it's here.
God, that's insane.
Keep that on file, Gus. Maybe check back in, Brian, next week.
Yep, I'll
Revisit
write that
that.
down. I
Yeah.
revisit that every week. Little checkup on Brian. Major things
Packing
to
for
have.
that's gonna be a nightmare.
Yep. Yep. I think I don't know anything else on the docket there. If you're while you're thinking, I'll just say just recently had a good little film shoot. I'll have a little bit more info on that in the near future. It's going to be made into a YouTube video. We'll collab on it on the Muskies on Tap YouTube. And
Can you say who
yeah,
it's with?
I'll just leave it at it was a banger. Yeah, for Hooked and Tagged. The
Oh,
clothing company Hooked and Tagged here, based out of Eagle River, Wisconsin. I got a shop in Eagle River, Amanaqua, and online. Shout out Tom and Sarah Zidek. Great people. Mostly just fishing and hunting and faith-based. Just great brand. Really cool stuff. They always put out new stuff. They got all the types of fishes and anything you'd want to hunt. we're looking at hats and hoodies and stuff, but they got some dope musky stuff too. So I got a couple musky hoodies, a couple musky hats, and some like summer. They got some summer hoodies too, like really good prices on summer sun hoodies, bamboo hoodies. So check them out, and we'll keep everybody updated on that. But in the near future, guide schedule is looking. She's locked up. If you're looking to get out, I think my next available date isn't until mid-September, I want to say.
Dude, you're booked.
Is the next available time I'll be
Wow.
willing to yeah, so I'm not pretty much running myself into the dirt. July's busy. We may have something special for you in July, depending on how schedules work around. I'll just leave it at that. Could be a very special pod in a different way. And I'm not really talking about guest or nothing. Maybe first ever pod, subtract me out of it. Brian and Max
Mm,
only. Just
sneaky.
just I had to say it. I had to get it out there because I think we got to do
We'll
it.
we'll disguise it. Like we'll put like your mugshot in there as a cover photo, so they think like, oh, let's see what Gus has to say this week. Nothing.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So there's that on its way. Yeah, the film on its way. Of course, Thorn Bros. If you're looking for some stuff to get, highly recommend. Just recently got some good BKK and owner hooks for baits. I like having sharp hooks that pierce well. I just
Probably
feel like you
good.
get better hookup percentage on a lot of baits like rubber baits and crank baits and things of that nature. So that's all good stuff. Definitely
I'm
stock up
gonna
on your Huntsy tails. I think Thorn Bros might have gotten sold out already.
damn.
And there's another order that Kyle is putting together for them. And
Carl.
Gotta
I
calm
gotta
down.
I
It's
gotta
a legal name.
call up the boys at Thorn Bros and maybe get some kitted out gear for Canada. I've heard the bugs
swag or
are
what?
not even swag, just gear. Like I've heard the bugs are
Oh,
atrocious, and if we're gonna be fishing into the night, I mean I need to be kitted out.
you need to get those like half finger SPF bug stopper gloves that I've been
Yeah,
wearing.
that like
Legit.
head, neck shit. I mean lightweight
Neck
stuff if it's
gaiter.
hot. I'm sure they'll
Yeah.
point me in the right direction.
Yeah, freaking third week of August. I mean, shit, it could be high of 85 every day, just as easy as it could be like high of 55,
60, yeah.
60, and
That'd be
piss and
kind of
rain or
nice.
something.
A little refreshing, except for the piss and rain.
For the piss and rain, yeah, that would be a little rough, but no, I'm looking forward to that. We'll keep chatting about that, and then last but not least, we got Old Next Gen. If you're looking to sign up and join that, we got a 10% off code MOT10, which is MOT10. So sign up there and up your musky game. So, fellas,
Ooh.
that was a chop sesh recap. I don't know, fill in the gap of the missing week. Hope everybody enjoyed that pod. And Brian, want to take us away here?
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to this episode of Muskies on Tap. Shout out to the crew here tonight for another chop session. Becoming pretty regular here in the summer. Tough to get guests on, tough to line up schedules. Gus is out on the water all the time. I'm stuck on the golf course, unfortunately, and Max, who knows, he's all everywhere all at once. We've got nothing with soccer coming up unless you want to watch Argentina win a rigged World Cup again. We've got the Scottish Open this weekend. Bobby Mack trying to make it special again for the second time. And Rory McIlroy rounding into form just in time for the Open here in 2 weeks. I don't know if we'll have an Open preview pod, unfortunately, for you guys. So if you were hoping for that next week, you might be out of luck. But hope everybody had a good 4th of July. Looking forward to Labor Day now, the #1 holiday in America, guys. Cheers.